Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing good today. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to take out LAN interfaces from a pfSense virtual router and then route it to multiple virtual machines, okay? So let's just start with the video. So before the video starts, you have to make sure that you have pfSense installed, you have VMware installed, and you have 2 or 3 virtual machines installed. So if you have not done that already, you can go and watch my previous videos where I've showed everything related to this, okay? So let's start. First, you have to open up your VMware Workstation Pro. Okay. Okay. So now in VMware Workstation Pro, what you're going to do is you're going to power on your pfSense. But first, what you have to do is you have to add some virtual networks. Okay. So if you have installed VMware Workstation Pro, then you can just type in virtual network editor, and it should open something like this. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a network here. So click on add network. But first of all, what you have to do is you have to click on change settings. Okay. You click on change setting and click on yes. Okay. Now you're going to add a network. So I'm going to name the network VMnet1. Okay. Then you have to add another network VMnet2 and another network. Let's add another network by name of VMnet3. Okay. So it is auto assigning all the subnet addresses and everything. So I'm going to edit these networks a little bit. Go to VMnet1 and deselect the use local DHCP service. Same for VMnet2 and same for VMnet3. Okay, and then just click on apply. And then just click OK. So now what we have to do then is to edit your VMware workstation settings for your pfSense. And what you're going to do is I have added these 3 network adapters here. Okay, so I'm going to remove them and show you how to actually add them. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to click on this button here which says add, and then you're going to click on network adapter. Okay, network adapter and then finish. And then let's add another network adapter, then add another network adapter, finish. And what we're going to do is we're going to select custom specific virtual networks. Okay, so I'm going to select VMnet1 for this. Sorry, so it is 4, so I'm going to follow the numbering order. So I'm going to select VMnet3 for this. Select it's VMnet virtual network 2, so I'm going to select VMnet1 for this, and for 3 I'm going to select VMnet 2, sorry. Okay, so and for the network adapter, the basic network adapter which is just written as network adapter with no numbering, I'm going to select it as bridge, connected directly to the physical network, and then just click on OK. And then you're going to see that you have all these configurations stored here: network adapter 1, network adapter 2, 3 and 4, and they all correspond to VMnet 1, VMnet 2, VMnet 3. Okay, so let's just power on our pfSense. Let's wait for it to power on. Actually it takes some time to power on. Okay, so now it has powered on. So now what we're going to do is that you can see that there are two interfaces already pre-made by default, which the one is WAN interface EM0, and then another one is a LAN interface which is known as EM1. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the naming convention. So EM0 is basically VMnet 0. Okay, EM1 is VMnet 1, and if I add EM2 and EM3, there will be VMnet 2 and VMnet 3. That's how it is. The numbering is done by default. Okay, but the theory behind all this is that I have a single WAN. That WAN will be providing network to the other three LAN networks that I'm going to create. Okay, so this WAN is the bridge network that we attach, and the other three networks that we attach, which are host only networks, they will be the LAN networks. Okay, so now so now since this is done, what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up my Kali Linux machine. Okay, and where is it, okay, here it is. Okay, let's just click on it, and let's edit this a little bit. Okay, so click on edit virtual machine settings, and there you can see that I have a network adapter 2 already attached, and it is being attached to VMnet 1. So now what's happening is that since VMnet 1 is corresponding to the EM1 network, I am attaching my Kali Linux virtual machine to that EM1 network. Okay, so I'm attaching VMnet 1 here. Normally it would be something like NAT or bridge, but you have to edit it and you have to set it at custom specific virtual network, and you are going to select from the drop down menu VM1. Okay, so let's just click on OK, and let's power on this virtual machine. So now what we are trying to do is that we are going to open up Kali Linux virtual machine, and we are going to access the GUI of pfSense. Okay, so with the access to GUI, it will be a lot more easier and a lot more intuitive as compared to using this command line interface of pfSense. Okay, GUIs will be much better for beginners. Okay, let's again wait for Kali Linux virtual machine to open up. These things take a lot of time to boot up, and I'm also using virtual machines, so virtual machines are notorious for being slow. Okay, so it has booted up. So I'm just going to type in my username and password, and just click on enter, and then I'm going to open up the browser in my Kali Linux. Okay, and then I'm just going to see whether there is any network coming into it or not. Okay, I'm just going to type in google.com, and it should open up. So yeah, Google is working. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to type in 192.168.1 and point 1. Okay, just type in this address in your address bar, and just click enter. So now it's going to say potential security risk ahead, and we're just going to ignore that like always. Click on advanced, and then just click accept the risk and continue. Okay, so now you're going to type in admin, and for the password you're going to type in pfSense. Okay, and then just sign in. So now this is the GUI of the your virtual router. Okay, so from here you can do lots of stuff. You have the interfaces system, you have the firewall services, VPN, and you can do a lots of stuff here. So but what we want to do is we want to add interfaces, LAN interfaces in our virtual router, and then route them to our virtual machines. Okay, so for now I'm going to click on interfaces and then click on assignment. Okay, so we can see that a single WAN and LAN is already connected, but there are some available network ports. So we're going to click on add, and then click on add again. Okay, so now we can see that I have total four networks. One of them is a WAN, other one is a LAN, and the other two are written as OPT1 and OPT2. So these are also LAN networks. We can rename them, but let's just leave them for now as they are. So again, these three are LAN networks, okay, that are coming out of the router, and this is the main WAN interface. Okay, so WAN will be supplying internet to all these data to all these three LAN networks. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to click on interfaces, and just click on any of the interface here. Let's click on OPT1 here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to enable interface, and I'm going to select the IPv4 configuration type as static IPv4, and click set up an IPv4 address. Okay, so the address for VMnet 1, or what should I say, let me show you, for LAN is 192.168.1.1. Okay, so I'm going to do, I'm going to select the next subnet mask, and I'm going to select the IP address as, let me show you the IP address. Enable again, sorry, enable interface, static IPv4, and click the IPv4 address and set it up as 192.168.2.1. Okay, and I'm going to select this as 24 here, and then just click on save. Okay, apply changes, and let's do the same for OPT2. So enable interface, OPT2, IPv4 configuration type, static IPv4, and let's go to write down our IPv4 address. I'm going to select 192.168.3.1. Okay, and then just do 24 here, and then just click on save. So now again apply changes. So now what we have done here is that we have assigned our IPs to our interfaces. So, but there are some couple things that we have to do. First one is to we have to add some firewall rules to our LAN networks, and then we have to set up a DHCP server for our LAN network. So first I'm going to set up the rules for our firewall rules for our interfaces. Okay. So by default, the LAN network that was pre-made is given with these three rules. Okay, the first rule is for basically the GUI or the GUI or local host rule, which enables this GUI on the Scala Linux virtual machine. Okay, this is only enabled. This can be only enabled for a single virtual machine, and it's already enabled. These two rules, what these two rules decide is that whether you want to whether to allow the internet through the LAN network or not. Okay, so if these rules are not enabled or these rules are not defined, there will be no internet going through your virtual machine. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since these rules are pre-made in this LAN network, so I'm going to copy these two rules. First select these two, and then click on copy here, and then I'm going to select OPT1, and you are also going to select convert interface definition. So for these definitions are obviously for LAN interfaces. So when I click on enable interface address net conversion, so it will automatically convert it for OPT1 network. Okay, and then just click on paste, and then again I'm going to LAN, and then just click on these and click on copy, and going to copy this to OPT2. Okay, and obviously enable interface address net conversion and click on paste. Okay, so now this has been done, and going to apply changes. Okay, so we have added the rules to our firewalls. This is done, and the next thing that we are going to do is going to click on services and click on DHCP server. So we're going to make a server. So again, LAN interface is pre-made by pfSense, so it's already predefined and everything. So I'm going to make a DHCP server for OPT1. So let's just click on enable DHCP server on OPT1 interface. Okay, and then I'm going to give it an address pool range. So a good address pool range can be about let's say 192.168.2.100 and going up to 192.168.100, sorry, point 2.254, I would say. Okay, and then just click on save. Okay, and apply changes. Okay, so the OPT1 DHCP server is enabled. So now I'm going to do the same for OPT2. Enable the DHCP server. Okay, again you're going to select the address pool range from 192.168. So now the OPT2 interface was connected to the point 3 subnet of the IP. Okay, as we have configured it earlier. So I'm going to select the address pool range from starting from point 3, point 100, and going up to 192.168.3 and point 254. Okay, so this is done, and then just click on save. Okay, we have done both of these things, and I'm going to apply changes. So okay, so all of this configuration is done and everything should be working perfectly, but one thing that we need to do is we need to go back to our pfSense terminal, and what we're going to do is we're going to restart it. Okay, let's just click on 5 and reboot. Okay, what is it saying? Okay, let's just click on 5 and reboot. Okay, and click on Y, and it's going to reboot. Okay, and but in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my Windows virtual machines that will be accessing the LAN networks of this pfSense. Okay, so I'm going to open up my Windows virtual machine. So they are on the desktop. Let's go to window. Where is window? Okay, so this is window, and just click on it. And okay, so before that, you have to configure the network adapter. Okay, again, the network adapter here is attached to VMnet 2. Okay, click on OK and press power on this virtual machine. And then in the meantime, let's open up our second Windows virtual machine and click on Windows 2 and edit virtual machine settings. And this will be connected to our VMnet 3. Okay, here like you have to define this network adapter connected to VMnet 3. Okay, and click on OK. And let's just power on this virtual machine. Okay, if everything is smooth, then it should be working. So our pfSense is still booting up. In the meantime, let's see what's happening to our Windows system. Okay, they are also booting up. So you can leave the Kali Linux running on, it wouldn't matter. Okay, let's just boot up our pfSense. Okay, it's still turning on. Okay, so it has turned on, and you can see that it is providing v4 addresses to LAN OPT1 and OPT2, and obviously a v4 address for the WAN 2. Okay. Okay, let's just click on Windows. So Windows has turned on. Let's go to our Windows systems and see what we are working with. Okay, it's doing some updates. Stupid Windows. Okay, so let's just click on a browser here and see whether any internet is coming up or not. So yeah, internet is coming up, and let's just see what IP are we working with. So just right click here and open in terminal, and I'm going to type in ipconfig here. Okay, so it has assigned the IPv4 address 192.168.2.100 with the default gateway as 192.168.2.1. So this machine has been configured and it's getting its internet or its connection from OPT1. Okay, and same, let's see what's happening on there on Windows 2. So let's just click on one browser. Okay, and let's again test whether internet we have any internet connection or not. Okay, what's wrong here? Okay, so yeah, internet is coming up. Okay, so again, let's look at what is the IP address of our Windows. Just type in ipconfig here, and okay, we can see that 192.168, the IP given to here this is 192.168.3.101. Okay, so we have done the whole interface settings and LAN interface settings of pfSense. So this is how you route your virtual router and give LAN interfaces to multiple virtual machines. So now what you can just play with it all. Okay, you can implement many types of algorithms and do just play with your router and just see what type of responses are you getting at Windows 1, Windows 2. You can also do a security system checks and some sort of that thing will basically attack these two Windows 1 and Windows 2 machines from Kali Linux and see what sort of security can you add to Windows 1 and Windows 2 machine to secure your systems, and you can do a lot and lots and lots of stuff using pfSense. So this is how you do it, and thanks for watching the video. I hope you like it, and if you do like the video, then obviously press the like button and do press subscribe, and also leave a comment if you don't understand anything. So I will be here, and I will also be uploading newer videos here. So keep and also do press the like button. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching this video. See you guys in the next video. Okay, take care. Bye bye.